So Jackson, new season getting underway. How excited are you looking ahead to the new season?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Some new events on the calendar as well, which is good, filling up the year. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Looking back on the tail end of last season, you finished so strongly, particularly that fantastic run you had to the semi-finals in Yushan. You knocked out the likes of John Higgins and Mark Selby to get that far. Just talk us through the emotions that you had that week in China.
Yeah, I was going there, needing to win really, because there's only a couple of events left, and at the time I think I was like 65 in the end of season list, so things weren't looking brilliant for me. Yeah, so just to get that first one against John, sneaked me back inside, and then obviously I pushed on then, and obviously got myself safe after just the China event. So yeah, it was just a great week.
What do you think it was that kind of clicked for you that week?
I don't know, I felt like it'd been waiting a while, something was bound to happen, because didn't feel like I was playing that bad. Just waiting for something to happen really. Kept winning my first rounds, or most of the time winning my first rounds, and then running into Ronnie, like on form Ronnie, I played a lot of the top players, so it wasn't easy. And again, I played John in China, so again, not an easy game, but I was just waiting for something to happen, and finally it did.
And then you got through to the semi-finals. You played Judd Trump. Just had the worst possible start to that match when you somehow managed to cut your finger getting the cue out of the case. Just talk us through what happened there.
Yeah, I don't really know. I think I was getting my extensions out and cut my finger on the on the buckle of my case or something like that. And so yeah, for about 10 minutes before we started, 5-10 minutes, it was just bleeding. So it wasn't great live on air, everyone waiting for us to play. But yeah, it was just win my day.
Do you think that almost cost you that match? Do you think that you just got off to such a bad start, so it was hard to recover from?
I managed to get through all at the interval, but it does affect you because you can feel it. But maybe, but I don't really see it like that.
You must have come off that week with the experience of going deep in the tournament, first semi-final. You must have taken so much self-belief from that week.
Yeah, definitely. I actually felt like I could win it really. I compete with anyone now, obviously a bit of an hammer in the Worlds, but apart from that, I've been playing all right and competing with anyone. So yeah, I'm just confident now.
And then from there you went on to the World Championship qualifiers. Judgment Day, you had that fantastic match against Noppon Sengham. I think you made a century break in the last frame to win 10-9. Again, that must have been a big moment in your career.
Yeah, a big relief, that one. It wasn't a great game throughout the day really. The table was very tight actually, and none of us made any breaks at all. So to make 100 and decide, I was as shocked as anyone, I think, because it weren't happening all day. But yeah, just relief, and I fought really hard in that one, which was it made me feel over the moon.
And then how did you feel when the draw came out and you were playing Ronnie in the first round?
Yeah, I didn't mind. I don't really care who I play. As it happened on the day, he absolutely hammered me. But, I wasn't great, and next time I'll be better.
Graham in the match.
Well, he's part of Graham, and Jackson says that's enough.
You seem like the sort of person, the sort of player who doesn't get fazed by the occasion, but was playing Ronnie at the Crucible, was that a little bit different to any other experience?
No, not really. Just another game. I just didn't perform that day. He did. He was really sharp. He was double, triple checking every shot. He was well up for it. But it just weren't happening for me. As much as I tried, it weren't happening.
Looking back on your 5 years on the tour you've had now, you turned pro in 2019. I think it's fair to say that the first 2 years for any pro are very, very tough. Just going through that very steep learning curve. You dropped off, but you came straight back on in 2021. Do you feel like since then you've made really good progress? You're up to number 45 in the world.
Yeah, recently I feel like I made a lot of progress. Probably like I qualified for the Worlds my first year back on after dropping off. That was a bit of a jump. And then I sort of stagnated a little bit, and obviously then China and the Worlds last year was kind of a big jump, and obviously now hopefully I can push on from that.
What do you think you need to do to get better, to keep climbing up the rankings?
Just be more consistent really. Everyone can do it for one frame or one match or a couple of games. But it's just about doing it for the whole week, and that's how you win tournaments. So yeah, just consistency really, and I know it'll come. It is coming, so just gotta hope it comes more.
Do you feel like in that 5 years you're a different player, a different person? Do you feel you've learned a lot over that time?
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, experience. You know, and shot selection, stuff like that. You know, I feel like myself now. The old me probably wouldn't win many frames. So I mean, yeah.
And are you happy with the progress you're making, or do you have a burning ambition to win tournaments? Is that what you're in it for?
Yeah, I want to win. Yeah, I feel like I'm ready to win them now, and I'd be disappointed if I don't start soon, really.
Yeah, and people, you know, you're 22 years old. You're obviously one of the best up-and-coming players in the world. You get maybe some comments from maybe some of the older generation saying he needs to be winning tournaments at this age. And people look back on, you know, Ronnie and John Higgins, Stephen Hendry, people like that, Mark Williams, who were winning tournaments as teenagers. But it's a different game now, isn't it? It's not easy. It's much harder now to win tournaments.
No, it's definitely a different game, yeah. I mean, I can't really say for sure because I never seen them back then, but I like to think the standard's a lot like wider now. You know, there's a lot more players. Obviously, Ronnie won the UK at 17. I mean, I don't think he would have been much older now if he'd done it at this era, but you don't think he would have done it at 17, if my honest opinion. But he wouldn't have been far off because he is that good. But but then you got like everyone else. You know, I don't think they won. Apart from Hendry, I think won a young one, but I don't think any other players have won as young as me. So if I can win now, I suppose I'm on the right track. So.
Yeah, I think now it's fair to say you almost have to do like an apprenticeship. You know, almost your first 2 years, as I mentioned, is so tough. Just to learn to play, learn how to win, learn how to survive on the tours is an achievement in itself now.
Yeah, it definitely is. You've got to treat it like stepping stones. You know, you've got to get in that 64 first, and then you aim for like 48 because that gives you further on in the Worlds. Then 32 because you seeded in most of the events this year. And then obviously you're in for the 16 then, and then obviously you got a chance then to get really high, maybe number 1. So you just got to take it in stepping stones. As long as you progress in the right way, then yeah, you should be fine.
And I think you're at 22. I think there's only Si Jiahui and Wu Yize who are younger than you in the top 50 in the world. So just to have got into that top 50 is a great achievement.
Yeah, you know, it's going in the right direction. Yeah, hopefully I can just keep building on that.
And as one of the best players in your age group, do you feel, yeah, it's still early in your career, but there will come a time when you're one of the top players, as maybe some of the guys who are in their 40s now, eventually they will fade away. You'll be one of the ones coming kind of at the forefront.
Yeah, I mean, I like to think that I can do it soon, you know, with them boys in it. I don't think it makes a difference to me. If I play the way I know I can play, I mean, I feel like I should be beating them all. So I just got to do it, and until I do that, it's all talk. So hopefully.
Well, we look forward to seeing you continue your career, and best of luck for the new season, Jackson.
Cheers, thank you.